Good morning, friends. The Supreme Court has taken the strong view that the students cannot be promoted without conducting the final examinations. So, definitely, the final examinations, that means at least for the final semester, they should be conducted. Of course, the University Grants Commission has already requested the universities to complete the conducting examination by September 3rd, and now it is ascertained by the Supreme Court also. So matter has been dragging on for the past 1.5 months or so. Now anyway, a solution has come. Now the Supreme Court has decided the UGC or they decided that the exams should be conducted. So the degrees cannot be awarded without exams for the final year students. Right? Now, while disposing the writ petitions, lot of writ petitions have been done. Just one number I want to tell you. While disposing the writ petition civil 724 by 2020, you can read the case as Praneeth K and others versus UGC and others 2020. The Supreme Court held that students cannot be promoted without exams. Of course, if they want the postponement of examination, definitely they can approach the UGC to postpone the examinations in view of the COVID-19. Right? This decision was held by 3 judges bench consisting of Justice Ashok Bhushan, R. Subhash Reddy and M.R. Shah. Now let us discuss the issues point-wise. Why the students have approached. Previously, we discussed a lot many times about the plight of the students, particularly in connection with the examinations. Now let us discuss point-wise. It will be easy for you to understand because it is an important topic which you should note because we do not know such situation will come. Now it has come, so therefore better be aware. That's why I have divided into points. So now the woes or the arguments or the issues of the students, what are they? Number one, right? So the university should not compel the students to appear for physical examinations because the COVID-19 is intensifying leaps and bounds. And definitely, if they attend the examination, they will be exposed to serious health risks. That means their right to life under Article 21 will be violated. So, no physical examinations can be done at this present stage. Number 2, the unilateral or uniform decision of the the universal decision of the Universities Grants Commission UGC. It was taken without considering the local situation because there are so many areas you may be knowing. Suppose if you ask the students of Ongole to come and write the exams, now they are in containment area. Of course, from September 1st, the areas will be deleted. But anyway, at present, it is very difficult. Even the commutation is not there, transport is not there. How can a man from Chennai, he can come to Ongole and write the examination right from 7th of September. It is very, very difficult. So the UGC did not take into consideration of the local situations because so many restrictions are there even by the local states. For example, even though there is no lockdown in the entire state, in Ongole it is there, unofficially it is there. Actually, the lockdown was up to 23rd of August, but still it is continuing and there is nobody to question because the increase in COVID-19 is there. Therefore, under these circumstances, they cannot conduct the examinations. Point number 3. So what is the use of conducting examinations without conducting the number of classes? Did they conduct the number of classes? Per semester, certain classes have to be done, but they were not given. They were not completed. Without completing the without concluding classes, how can we conduct the examination? It will be arbitrary and untenable. This is another point. Next. Already during the final semester, some of the students they have cleared the job interviews also, just like the so-called placements like that. They have cleared the job interviews, or they secured some admission for higher studies for their LLM also. So in the final semester itself, they have completed the job interview and they have completed the admission process also. So in that circumstances, better to grant them degree basing on the previous performances, not sticking on to conduct the examinations. And number 5, the option of course, there is an option. The UGC says you can conduct physically, you can conduct online. The option of conducting exams online is not also viable as due to the lack of internet access across the spectrum. Because if you go to the villages, you will not get the net service. It's a very, very difficult problem. For the downtrodden people, it's very difficult. So conducting of online examination is not that easy. Alright? Now, lastly, 6th point. Examination is not the only criteria. It is not only the concept of education. So the internal assessment is there and performance, just like labs and all that. Definitely the university is conducting internal examinations and quarterly, half-yearly, annual like that, or semester exams. They are all doing. That means they are observing the students right from the beginning. So basing on the assessment in the past semesters, so they can be awarded the final degrees and the examinations may be revoked. So basing on these 6 points, the advocates on behalf of the students, they argued vehemently that the exams be postponed unilaterally. That means without exams, the degrees may be issued to the students. But the Supreme Court did not agree. The bench refused to quash the examinations. So they have refused for quashing the examination. That means the UGC guidelines shall hold good. Right? Now there is a clash between the disaster management. You may be knowing. So in this particular Epidemic Diseases Act 1897 and later Disaster Management Act 2005, they are in vogue. So with the effect of DMA authority only, we are able to impose the lockdown. We are giving unlock, all these things are going on. Right? Anyway, so the Supreme Court says that the directions of the DMA, that means Disaster Management Authority, for cancelling the examination, definitely they will not prevail over the UGC directions. UGC is there, it laid down certain standards in the conducting examination, certain syllabus, all these things there. So UGC will have the final say. Disaster Management Authority, they can give guidelines for postponing exams. They cannot say that exams cannot be conducted. Right? So please remember, the directions of the Disaster Management Authority to pass the students on the basis of previous performance is beyond the scope of the act. They cannot decide. They cannot say that don't conduct the examinations. Okay, they can say to some extent postpone the exam, but they cannot say that pass the people or give the degrees basing on the previous performance. It's not correct. Then states cannot promote final year students without examination as ordered by the University Guidance Commission. Of course, if the states have got any grudge, any grouse, they can approach the UGC for the postponement of examinations because of the COVID-19. Now please remember, in this issue certain disputes have come between the Disaster Management Act and UGC Act. Ultimately the Supreme Court held that UGC is there to give directions and the terms and the final time exams, all these things definitely it can be by UGC only. The Disaster Management Authority is there. Definitely it has got statutory authority. It can issue process to postpone the examinations, but not to declare the results basing on the past performance. No doubt states are authorized. States have got the authority. Even basing on the DMA recommendations, state governments like Maharashtra, West Bengal, NCT Delhi, they have already issued directions to cancel the final examinations. Definitely. So their contention is, yes, they say that UGC has to consult the universities under Section 12 of the UGC Act before coming to any conclusion. but they cannot give peremptory directions or unilaterally. They have to consult the universities whether they can conduct the examinations or not, and then only give the final directions. But anyway, whatever it is, Supreme Court says that UGC orders are final. You have to conduct the examination. Right now, let us know a few important points of the arguments submitted by the different advocates, particularly on behalf of the students. Right? You may be knowing Yavasena of Shiva Sena. They have active 30 students of that. They have also actively participated in the Supreme Court proceedings. Anyway, so Abhishek Manu Singhvi, first senior advocate, he says, how can there be exams without completing the syllabus? Without the teachers completing the syllabus, how can there be exams? Then Sham Diwan, he tells, when exams cannot be held in April with 1137 COVID cases, now how can they be held now with lakhs of cases? Is it not? Good point. Then Dattar is for Maharashtra. So Dattar for Maharashtra says UGC cannot compel the exams to be held because UGC can only lay down standards. It's only an advisory body. Therefore, Jaideep Gupta, he informs that it is impossible to hold exams in Bengal, and UGC has not taken the ground reality. They have not seen the ground reality. Then Vishwanathan sir, he tells that the poor, the downtrodden, and those without access to the technology, definitely they will be hit hard even though online exams are conducted. For all these things, our Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, he says universities cannot confer degrees without conducting examination. UGC directions, they are given in the interest of the students only, because there will be so many problems from the other students. Suppose basing on the assessment or internals, if you get them passed, some other student says that at the time I was affected with typhoid, I could not write the exams well, now I am prepared. And how can you take into consideration of my past performance? These problems will be there. But whatever it is, the Supreme Court has the final say, and definitely they have clearly stated that the students cannot be promoted without exams. This word itself is shown. So definitely please remember, you have to write the examination and be prepared to write the examination. Thank you.